Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I want to talk about having a sanctuary. I want to talk to everybody out there who's got PTSD. Trigger management is really what it's all about. People are going to tell you that PTSD is not curable, that it's for life, that you're going to be stuck with it. You don't have to let it ruin you. You don't have to let it rule you. But what you do have to do is learn how to manage it, and this means you're going to have to make some compromises in your life. You're going to have to tailor your lifestyle so that you can get through your day without having to feel like life is attacking you, without having to feel under attack, that people are fucking with you. A lot of this has to do with your own mental strength. A lot of this has to do with your awareness, situational awareness. As a warrior, you may have situational awareness for threats, but you may not be paying attention to your triggers. You're going to have to identify what your triggers are. Get to know yourself. Know exactly what sets you off. So there's no mistake about it. And if I were to ask you in a conversation, well, what kind of things set you off? What kind of things trigger you? You can tell me exact scenarios in detail. You know what your triggers are. I'm triggered by this, this, and this. Knowing what triggers you can help you with your situational awareness and help you to avoid those landmines that may pop up in your path as you're navigating through your day. So you can get around, and sometimes stuff pops up and you can't avoid it, but when we're aware of a threat, it doesn't take us by surprise. And many times it's the surprise, the shock, that when you're taken from a state of being copacetic and your equilibrium, you're in a good mood, and somebody fucks it up for you, that can be traumatic in itself. But when you see it coming, you can move around it. And if you can't move around it, you can prepare for it like a wave. When you're out there jumping waves in the ocean and you see one coming, it could be a big wave, but you have options. You could duck dive under it. You could try to get in a good position, run towards it, and then surf it. You have some options, but even if it just crashes on you, you can brace for it, and you see it coming, and you're ready for that, for that mountain of sand and water. But if you've ever been at the ocean and you've had your back turned, and a wave hits you, and you're close to the shore, and one of those waves crashes right on you, you didn't even notice it. Oh, and not only does it, is it hurt, feel uncomfortable, and it sends you tumbling, but it feels aggressive. It feels like the ocean is after you, like it's personal, like you just got punched, like it's, an assault. It's just because you weren't expecting it. This is our reaction. Trigger management also includes a certain aspect of self-care. So what I like to do is to make sure that I have my energy levels up. Like in a video game, if I'm gonna play a game and I want my energy level high. Or on my phone, if I'm gonna leave my house, I want my phone charged when I leave the house. I don't want 2% on my phone. I never leave the house with a phone that has 2% on it. Fuck no. I'm planning. Anytime I think I'm gonna leave the house, that phone is fully charged. Just for safety's sake or whatever. You want a fully charged phone? What kind of idiot walks out of the house with a phone that's about to die? You gotta look at your own energy levels in these ways, and to be able to have a heightened sense of awareness of your energy levels. And when your energy levels get low, this goes for anybody, but especially people that have PTSD and are spending time with trigger management, navigating their day as best they can, trying to get through without going crazy and without killing you. You need to be able to find yourself a sanctuary, a refuge, a place that nobody can fuck with you. There's no knock on the door, excuse me, daddy, excuse me, honey. No. You can find a place somewhere where nobody can fuck with you, where you're off the grid, even if it's only for an hour or 2 hours or half a day, whatever it is that you need. It could be your office. Unplug your phone, take and turn your phone off. Turn on some music and just get lost in your own little world. You need your own little world to regenerate, to allow yourself to heal, to build that energy level up, to just be by yourself. This is one thing that people with PTSD don't get as lonely as some of you other motherfuckers, because we enjoy, at least, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but everybody I've met and talked to, myself included, that has PTSD, enjoys alone time, needs it. Oftentimes we can't find it. I know what it's like to not be able to have it. And sure, I have my own apartment. But even when I would go into my own apartment, there's all kinds of noise going on outside. I got neighbors on all sides banging on walls and walking around all stompy. People knocking on the door, phones ringing. It would feel like that I could never find a time to just check out, to just not have anybody fuck with me. I just need my own time to recuperate, to let my mind, the electrical circuits that are firing inside my brain, that neurological circuitry pathway that's like a computer grid, to let that start firing from a fight or flight response, which we can easily get put into through a state of anxiety or depression, to be able to go into my rational, relaxed, calmer state. And very oftentimes that could be like a light switch, but it can't happen. That switch can't go off if you're constantly bombarded by Babylon. So escape Babylon for a moment. When I lived in LA, I lived in the jungle, man. There's no place to go that you're alone. I had roommates. I could just go hide in my room, and even then, it's like people are always just fucking with me. So I found a couple spots. Find a spot. I used to go down to the beach, down in Marina Del Rey. Fuck Venice, fuck Santa Monica. It's all too crowded. Marina Del Rey would be empty. Nobody would be down there. There's a little stretch. You could go, and I would just pull over on the side of the fucking road. There'd be nobody. Just me and the ocean. I could be down there for as long as I want. Nobody would be down there. It was great. I would go down there several times a week, put that shit on my schedule. Just go down there and just be like, you know? Find yourself a sanctuary. If you're lucky enough, which I am now, my home is like my sanctuary. And I have a nice compound with several buildings on it, of a decent sized property. I got a pool. And I can just kind of be here in my own world, gather my thoughts. I can be social. I can open the place up and we can have a party, but I can also just be in my own little sanctuary. I think that, it doesn't matter if you don't own a home and if you don't have a place that's secure and private that you can just relax in. This is why I think nature is the best. We can all go find nature. It's easy to just go find a spot in the woods. Go find a park that nobody ever goes to and claim it. It's my turf now. I'm gonna be the only one that hangs out in this bitch. This is my park now. Find your spot. I lived up in Santa Cruz. I used to go up into the mountains. The beach would be pretty crowded, so I would just go up into the mountains. You could easily find 5 minutes out of town. I'd drive up into the hills, just pull off the side of the road. I used to find some really cool spots. I found this one beautiful, it was like out of a fucking fairy tale. Just this little watering hole in the woods, redwoods around it, and I'd just go down there and sit. A fucking deer would, come to get some water, and I'd get my energy levels back up, and I'd drive back down to the barrio where I lived, back down to gangland. But without that sanctuary, it's easy to get overwhelmed. And that sense of being overwhelmed is what puts you on edge. You feel like you're walking the line and you're just always on edge. You're ready to fucking snap. That's why you are low energy, brother. You need to find your sanctuary and build up your energy. And if you need to, if you feel weak, just in general, you're having a hard time right now, there's a lot of shit going on. Do this every day. Put this on your schedule. Even if it's only 20 minutes, an hour, whatever you can do, find your sanctuary and go to it and get your energy levels up. You're not running from the world. So you need to learn to rest. We do this in the gym. You don't just work out constantly. You have a day off. You take a break in between sets. Learn to rest. It's all just food for thought. Thanks for watching.